everyone, how are you doing? Is it possible to speak a good English without traveling abroad? Speaking English like a native, it is difficult to achieve without traveling abroad. Without traveling abroad, it is possible to do it, but harder. Well, I don't support traveling abroad for learning English. It is possible to do it here in your country, in your Spanish speaking country. The difficult thing is that we all have accents. I have a Spanish accent, like a Colombian accent, and it is difficult for me to imitate in the whole part the English accent, but I can manage to do it somehow. So the idea is to try to imitate the American or the English accents in the best possible way. To do it, you have lots of exposure to the language, and if you cannot travel abroad, well, you can do it listening to movies, series, sitcoms, etc., and you can have lots of input time, and it will take you to the next level. It takes some time because meanwhile you get familiar to the language and meanwhile you get familiar to the sounds, it requires some training, some time for you to be doing this repetitive. Like for me it took around 2 years for trying to imitate the American accent. You can succeed in this part by training yourself with the IPA before listening to any audio. You can train yourself with the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, and I explained this in another video. Okay, so the idea is to know how the Americans and English people are pronouncing the words. So for that it is important the IPA, or you can also do it by getting the rules from listening, but you need a lot of time exposing yourself to the audios. So you don't need to travel abroad to get the American accent or a good English. All that you need is to train yourself, and well, I have known very good teachers that taught me in the past that had a perfect English American accent, because actually they did this exercise that I'm telling you to do. For example, the sitcom Friends is developed in New York, so you can have the New York accent by listening to them. Well, I've been watching them like 2 seasons, and it's been very good for me because I'm learning more and more. By doing this, you can go to speak your English. The idea is that you practice even with a friend, a close friend to you that also speaks in English. You can type, you can send audios, voice clips, well, that's the main part. If you don't practice your listening part with your speaking part, there's no progress. For doing this, it is necessary to have an open mind, being an open-minded person, because normally we have the word, for example, the word, and sometimes it is pronounced word. So we have to make the transition from us pronouncing word to word with a different accent and with a different pronunciation. Okay, but I don't have friends to practice with. So the idea is that you find a teacher, and please tell him that you want to have English classes, but conversational classes. That's the idea. Well, I've never gone abroad, so this is the English that I'm speaking to you. I have achieved to get this English level by just practicing. As I told you, these are my tips for you to become a better English learner. Please continue practicing. I cannot say that I have learned a lot English, that I have learned super amount of English and I don't need anymore. That's a lie, because you always need to keep practicing your English to keep it the way it is. So for me it was important to have this English level and to continue practicing, because if I don't practice I start to forget some words and I start to have difficulties when speaking. So I suggest to continue practicing, and English is something that you have to love, because it's something that you have to do every single day. And well, if you cannot do it every single day, at least 3 times a week, or you can find your own rhythm, but the idea is to keep practicing. So thank you for watching. That was all for today. See you in the next video. Keep growing, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next time. Give it a like. Thank you. Cheers.